on CuriosityStream. He allows them their riches
Putin has to be the richest of the rich.
in exchange for their loyalty.
The oligarchs have supported someone for president that they underestimate.
The illicit affair between Russia's elite and the man who rules them on Putin and the oligarchs. And World War II Normandy. An obscure battle training session takes a tragic turn. Uncover the one secret military catastrophe on the secret D-Day disaster. Watch now on CuriosityStream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
Hey, all of Macholas, thank you so much for listening to the Men's Room Podcast.
And thanks to our pals at the Advocates Law Firm for being great partners. Yes, even you, creepy Kyle.
Seriously, though, if you'd been injured as a result of somebody else in your car, on your bike, walking across the street, talk to our friends at the Advocates Law Firm and let them help you out.
Yeah, they're the best injury lawyers around, and they want to make sure that you're not taken advantage of. Plus, your first consultation is free.
It's simple. You get injured, the advocates get results. Contact them today at advocateslaw.com.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Men's Room Original Ale, it is back. We brought the OG back. Our brand new beer starts from the very beginning.
Yeah.
The first beer we ever created with Elysian Brewing Company. And in the spirit of the Original Ale, we're only making small batches and only serving the beer on tap at a few select locations to start. Yeah. By the way, these locations were selected because they sold the most Men's Room Red and helped raise the most money for the Fisher House, who, by the way, will continue to receive a portion of the proceeds from the new Men's Room Original Ale, which is a fantastic beer.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Smooth, easy drinking, and delicious, and it packs a punch. By the way, if you want to look for the bars and restaurants in your area that carry the Men's Room Original Ale, just head to KISW.com. Complete list of the establishments there. If you're in Bremerton, go to the Horse and Cow Bar and Grill. If you are in Arlington, the Buzz Inn Steakhouse. I bet they have steaks.
I told you, man, I love that Buzz Inn, man. That place is great.
And the Cactus Moon Saloon up in Everett. Just a handful of the locations that carry the Men's Room Original Ale. Get it while you can. All the details at KISW.com.
We got to knock some of those out now.
What's that now? Some of these...
Well, I hit the Keg and Q. Mm-hmm. We've both been to what? The Doc or Talarico's.
Yeah.
Mike was down.
Yep. We got to...
Throw your due. You got to find one of the bars.
A third of the way there, yeah.
All right, look at that.
Our question, what could you never do or can't do anymore because your body won't let you? And here come those emails from the Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
One from today, guys, I can't dance. Aside from jokes about white people and dancing, I used to do ballet recreationally. But even then, I can no longer do this. I've developed arthritis in my left knee and ankle. I miss it, but unfortunately, age has caught up to me. Liquor and horror is that from Dennis. Dennis, do something different. Do the foxtrot. Do the tango. You know what I mean? You don't have to do ballet, but you could do something else.
Recreational ballet.
Yeah, of course.
It seems like a lot of effort for something that's recreational. You know what I mean? Like, whether you appreciate ballet or not, like, a lot goes into it, man.
I find that the women are very attractive.
Well, sure.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They keep the ugly ones in the back.
Moving on to the birthdays.
Tiny little women.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tall.
Not like those opera singers.
34 double Ks.
Yeah.
I checked it out.
And? Did you?
Thrill's right. Like, I just expected, like, a typical opera singer. Like,
she's a little bustier. Well, not bust. She's definitely
rounder.
Bigger, right?
Like, as a human.
She's not, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. What do we got? All right, guys. Today's my beautiful daughter Charity's 20th birthday, and she is 7 weeks pregnant. Gotta get the dirty Germans telling her what to expect throughout her pregnancy, a little kid fish sandwich, and a suck-it-up cupcake. Thanks, guys, for all you do, and keep on rocking. That from Angie.
What I'm saying, man.
Fish sandwich!
So, suck it up, cupcake!
Yeah, you can expect to continue to have sex for about the next 7 months, and then 2 months after that, it'll look unsightly.
Yeah, the thing is, you're pregnant. So some people will tell you these cravings aren't real, but I say use them to your advantage.
Yeah.
Anything weird you've ever wanted to eat, now's the time.
Do you crave semen? I could be of help.
Yeah, some of these women, they have the thing with the pickles.
Yeah.
Because they're briny. We could help you out. I know somebody offering small white gherkins.
George has got a salty pickle.
All right.
Who called earlier?
Oh, Jesus.
If he opens a bar, it should be the salty
pickle.
Isn't that a double entendre? I haven't done a pickleback in a while.
The salty pickle. Gentlemen, today is my daughter Kayla's 21st birthday. Can she get a big old Leroy Jenkins, a little kid face sandwich, and an inspirational quote from Miles? That from Mom, Dad, and Brianna.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
What do we need?
A little kid face sandwich.
Yes.
Fish challenge.
All right, Kayla, 21 years old. Remember, Kayla, when you turn 21, you can legally now do all the things you've been doing since you were 15. Happy birthday to my awesome husband, Jason, my koala bear. Can I get a Wendy Williams, please, and a fish montage? That from Autumn.
Can I get a
fillet of fish sandwich.
So you know I got
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? With the cheese and the tartar on the side.
I'll order a fish sandwich.
Is it too early for a fish
sandwich?
Cheese and tartar on the side. Oh, yeah. I smell the fish sandwich. Maybe some dinner relish in the morning. At noon, and at night.
I'll buy you a fish sandwich.
Guys, can you please wish my amazing son Noah, who's 22 today, a happy birthday. He works hard as an HVAC technician and has been working hard throughout the pandemic. Can he get the dirty Germans, please?
Yeah, you've been working hard during the pandemic. Tonight you're going to get it hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the D in the pandemic. Yeah. Also, I imagine this summer you worked real hard with those HVACs.
Yeah.
It was hot outside.
Yeah, people want things in their homes that suck.
So I got cash on the dollar for this one.
Guys, it's my brother Michael's 35th trip around the sun. Can he get a Homer Simpson face sandwich? Anna, you like that. Thanks, guys. That's from Nick.
Fish sandwich. Are you sure?
You like that? You like that? Happy birthday to me. It's my 36th adventure around the sun. It would make my day if I could get a happy Chinooka, followed by the Dirty Germans talking about reminding me why the 30s is better than the 20s. Thanks, guys. You're the best. Shout out to Ted and Thrill. Tough loss, boys, but go Sounders. That from Allison.
Happy Chinooka.
Yeah, Allison, the reason the 30s are better than your 20s is because now you know what you want in the bedroom. You'll be much more aggressive and make requests.
Yeah, you know, so I could picture something exciting with this. Maybe it's the thigh highs, it's a whip. Go for the dominatrix look and get dominated.
Guys, it's my boyfriend Aaron's 39th birthday. How about a Leroy Jenkins, a fish sandwich, and the Dirty Germans talking about the importance of not slapping a girl's ass in the grocery store unless you're sure it's your girlfriend. That from Allison.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
Yeah, of equal importance is that her boyfriend or husband is not there, and if he is there, hope that he does not tower over you by approximately 6 inches or outweigh you by at least 100 pounds, like the time that I slapped the wrong woman's ass at the ski lodge, and her husband turned around, and I thought, I'm going to die today.
Yeah, because generally slapping your woman's on the butt at the grocery store is a natural aphrodisiac. So many things around us that are phallic shape, so I can't help but get excited.
Yeah, we just stare at cucumbers and bananas all day.
Yeah, sometimes I just walk by the meat and say, you ready?
Yeah, it gets them every time.
Right. So look at this tenderloin. Reminds you of anything?
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
So you have a couple extra emails here. The weirdest thing owned. Oh, guys, I once dated a girl who had a roadkill raccoon in her downstairs freezer to later be taxidermied. She's the one that gave me a tin for miscellaneous keepsakes that was decorated on top by a cat skull that would spin when you flipped the switch, all held in place with Thermoclay. She had a specimen bottom. She had a specimen bottle. Jesus. About the size of 2 finger bones that was labeled her name matter. As in, that's her matter. The contents were completely unidentifiable, and she never answered when I asked what it was. Judge me, however, but she is the one that got away from me. Rock on, guys.
Okay.
That from Phil. What's so not amazing thing happened to your head? All of y'all is catching up on your podcast on the Odyssey app. I like pitcher Chris Bassett was hit in the head with a baseball. I was hit with a pitch, however. Back when I was 12 or 13, I was up at bat against the fastest pitcher in the league. He threw a pitch. I saw it coming in hot toward my head. I backed away, but the mistake I made was not turning my head as well. Ooh. He was right-handed. I was batting right-handed. I did not expect the ball to come back in, but he threw kind of a screwball. I was knocked out for a few seconds, came to with the umpire looking down at me asking if I was okay. I was okay, but the threads of the baseball were imprinted on my forehead, and it remained for a couple of days. This actually ruined baseball for me. My dad said I became a better hitter afterwards, but I ended up quitting the next year. I just couldn't bat anymore without being terrified I was going to get hit in the head again. Later, fellas, that from Morgan.
I said a bitter hitter.
A bitter hitter.
I told you, man, I had a buddy that caught one off the eye in high school, and I mean, it was brutal. And you could see the seams in his cheek.
God damn. Yep. And it'll keep you standing back in the box for the rest of your career.
Right, that's why he said he might have still been the same hitter. His dad probably wasn't just gassing him up, but I don't blame him for being scared to dig in and stand there, and especially, yeah.
And guys, about 15 years ago, I fell wakeboarding down at Hood Canal. I went down in a way that made my board kick up and hit me in the mouth. I knew I was in trouble when I'm underwater with my mouth closed and still had water rushing in. I quickly found the board tore all the way through my lower lip, bashed 6 teeth in, one of which came out at the root. The worst part of the ordeal was having to put the tooth back in the socket and bite down on it at the ER, only to have to pay to have it removed again later. Thank God for modern medicine. I'm back to normal now, which is pretty amazing. Thanks for all the laughs all these years, fellas. That from Spear Chuck.
Now, the men's room wants to know, who sucks last?
Yay! Time for Who Sucks Last. Steve Hill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. They all suck, but it's up to us to determine out of the 3 stories which one sucks the least. Now, if you follow KISW on Twitter, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
Yeah, we go somewhat international. We'll head a little bit north of the border in Canada, where, you think to yourself, Canadians, polite. Well, we found the one guy that's not. We also have someone who's, I guess, internationally known, even if you don't recognize their name. And then we have a man in California who's a little upset about a trash dumpster. But let's start in Canada, where a disgruntled customer at a Dairy Queen in Port Alberni, British Columbia, he took out his frustration over being told to wear a mask. Right? Say, man, you got to wear a mask. Well, he decided to whip out his penis and then urinate on the counter of the Dairy Queen. The incident was captured on camera, and it appears to show the man urinating on the counter following an altercation with restaurant employees. The altercation, by the way, not physical, just verbal. But in the video, the man can be heard arguing with staff and refusing to wear a mask before he unzips his pants. I like this. Staff can be heard shrieking as the man begins to relieve himself. The video was recorded by a customer and shared with the Canadian television news by a friend. Now, police have not made an arrest in the case, but they're asking anyone with video of the incident to share it with investigators. So they look for this guy. So goes to the mask thing, decides he doesn't want to wear a mask.
Bringing the D to the DQ.
Yeah. That's not what we meant, sir. And now, most of us have heard this story, but the man who posed as a naked baby for the cover of Nirvana's 1991 album, Nevermind, according to him, has long felt that the image is creepy. But now that kid is all grown up, Spencer Eldon, he is alleging that one of the most recognizable album covers of all time is actually child pornography. Now, the image of Eldon, of course, shows the naked 4-month-old underwater in a swimming pool, apparently chasing a superimposed dollar bill on a fish hook. Quote, the image has generally been understood as a statement on capitalism. That's from Variety, noting that non-sexualized nude photos of infants are generally not considered child pornography under law. However, in the lawsuit, Eldon's lawyer, Robert Y. Lewis, he claims the dollar bill, that makes the infant look like a sex worker. You follow me? So that...
No, but...
That's how the fact that the kid's chasing money, this kid must be a sex worker. The lawsuit states the image lasciviously displayed Spencer's genitals from the time he was an infant to the present day. Defendants intentionally, commercially marketed Spencer's child pornography and leveraged the shocking nature of his image to promote themselves and their music at his expense. It goes on and on, but in the end, basically, this guy's looking for $150,000, but from each of the 15 defendants, including band members Dave Grohl, Chris Novoselic, the executive of Kurt Cobain's estate, Courtney Love. Just keep in mind, he's also going after the original drummer, Chad Channing, who was not in the band at the goddamn time. Anyway, so, yeah. Now it's child porn, and he's suing. And speaking of lawsuits, we now go to California, where a man took his dog for a walk. He ran into a bear at a dumpster and then hurt himself trying to get away. Now, the upshot of the confrontation from 2 years ago basically is now set up to be a lawsuit. Per the complaint, John Donaldson said he'd taken his dog for a walk in early September on the grounds of the Incline Crest Condo Village, where he and his wife had rented a cottage. And when he went to dispose of a bag of dog poop in a nearby dumpster, Donaldson says, quote, he had to fiddle with the defective and malfunctioning latch before opening. When he finally managed to open the trash bin, he had quite a surprise waiting for him on the inside, because that would be a bear who started moving toward Donaldson. Now, in his haste to get away from the bear, Donaldson tripped and fell, twisted his leg and ankle, and landed on his back. Now, he's launching a lawsuit because he says the only reason the bear made it in the dumpster is because the dumpster itself was malfunctioning. And as a result of him getting away from the bear, that's when he hurt himself. So, again, these are the stories. You got the guy that whips out his D and starts peeing all over the counter at Dairy Queen. You have the kid from the Nevermind album cover suing because now it's child porn in his mind, or at least that is trying to get everyone to believe. And then you have this guy who's suing the condos where he and his wife rented one because he hurt himself trying to get away from a bear.
Okay. I think the guy in Canada at the Dairy Queen sucks the most.
I would agree with that.
He urinated all over the counter. He could have gone through the drive-thru more than likely. Most people don't just walk up randomly to a Dairy Queen off the road, you know what I mean? So you obviously, if you don't want to wear a mask, whatever, you could still go through the drive-thru, right?
Yeah.
What's going on with Dairy Queens in Canada? Didn't the guy get in trouble for landing his helicopter across the street?
Oh, yeah. God damn, that's right.
So I think that one sucks the most. As far as the kid from Nirvana, if I'm not mistaken, and I might be wrong about this, 4 or 5 years ago, I remember that he recreated that photo.
Yes.
As an adult.
Yes.
And jumped in the water naked.
Correct.
So he's already on board with his fame and with his notoriety based on the fact that he is the kid in that picture. Not only that, it's an iconic thing, and I don't know who took the picture, but from what I understand the laws to be, that is the rightful owner of the picture. So if anybody's going to get any royalties from that picture, it's going to be the guy who took the photograph.
Well, he's arguing that, at 4 months old, there's no way he could have consented to it. And he's right. But your parents did.
Right. And so
that's how that works. At 4 months old, any of my kids' quote unquote decisions were mine and my wife's decisions.
If I'm 15 years old and I end up getting thrown in jail, my 15-year-old buddy can't come and get me out of jail.
Right.
My parents have to show up. You know what I mean? And figure out what the hell's going on. So that one, I think the guy's a little bit of an idiot. The fact that you hear the Chad Channing or whatever.
Yeah.
The fact that he is suing someone who was not in the band at the time.
They weren't in the band.
That's pretty frivolous. So I don't think that's going to go through. I can't see anybody, even in a civil court, saying, you know what, yeah, that this is something that he deserves, especially that much money. And then with a lawsuit with the guy in the condo association, yes, he rented the condo there. You have to know the bears are in the area. I understand that there was a defective lock on the dumpster or whatever the deal was.
But you also didn't get mauled.
No.
To me, I twisted my leg around, but I did not get mauled by a bear.
Exactly. I'm taking the win on that one.
Absolutely.
No matter what, that I was just able to get myself and my dog out of there, without getting attacked by a bear. So I guess if you want to, it's not the condo association's fault that you twisted your ankle and your knee.
But he is saying that
the bear wouldn't have been in there if the lock. Look, I'll say this about the Nirvana kid. I get that his parents probably signed off and the guy took the picture. I think suing all those people, some people that weren't in the band's kind of crazy. But I do think he should get some money. Some kind of kickback. It is his image. It's massive. Okay. You see it everywhere. And it's not like any of those estates.
T-shirt sales or whatever.
Or hurting. Right. Right.
Right. I just think the idea of suing, because to Miles' point, you recreated this. If this were an issue, you should have brought it up then. I guess would be that.
And I agree with that. Dave Grohl, give him 200 G's. Let's move past this. The guy in Canada sucks the most. I don't really like any of them, but that's why we play this game.
That's it, tough. Man. Yep.
So I guess in the end, I will say the guy suing the HOA, at least he has the advantage of saying, look, I understand, but the bear wouldn't have been in there if you had fixed this lock.
Right. That's
as annoying as HOAs are, or the condo complex, that's kind of the thing, right? I pay the dues, so you should help me out.
Sure.
When in a union, you can't get a hold of your shop steward.
And when you go to an area with bears in the area, you recognize that the garbage cans are different, the dumpsters are different.
Sure.
All those things kind of have locks on them, and they're
bears.
bear-proof, so to speak.
Right.
So yeah, it definitely should have worked. All right, the debate continues on Who Sucks Less. If you follow KISW on Twitter, you are listening to The Men's Room.
New on Curiosity Stream, he allows them their riches
Putin has to be the richest of the rich.
in exchange for their loyalty.
The oligarchs have supported someone for president that they underestimated.
The illicit affair between Russia's elite and the man who rules them on Putin and the oligarchs. And World War II Normandy. An obscure battle training session takes a tragic turn. Uncover the one secret military catastrophe on the secret D-Day disaster. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
99.9 KISW. The Men's Room is in progress.
Coming up in just minutes, we will drink, we will toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, police are looking for 3 men that attacked someone during a party in New York and stole his wallet as well as a plate of cookies.
I mean, you might as well at that point. Right?
They did not detail what kind of cookies they were.
What kind of cookies are these?
That's what I'm going to ask. Like, was it that fancy of a cookie?
Right? What would be the cookie that you guys would steal?
Chocolate chip.
Like
Just
flavor or
straight up
just
chocolate
anywhere?
I mean,
If you had burgers, cookies, gone.
I feel like most Petridge Farm cookies I'd steal.
Especially if you have Milanos.
just gonna grab that bag.
Chips Ahoy, any kind of fudge stripe product.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just admitting that we're stealing cookies.
Right.
Peanut butter cookie.
Why don't we just put it this way? If you got cookies at the time that we're robbing you, we're taking your cookies.
I guess the more apropos question would be, what cookies would you leave behind?
Oatmeal raisin.
I knew it.
Yeah, that's right.
that's like
That's the one. That's not really a
Like
cookie.
oatmeal raisin gets hated on. That's a top tier cookie.
Same. I don't know why you guys hate on the oatmeal raisin
I'm
stand.
not hating on it. It's not worth stealing.
How's it the 2 old
I'd
farts
steal
don't like
it.
the oatmeal raisin cookies?
It's always the biggest disappointment. It's cool. It's oatmeal
Yeah.
raisin.
Oh, my God.
It. Yeah, it is.
When you think it's a chocolate chip, and you're like, God
No.
damn it.
Have you
tried
had
an
the
oatmeal?
good soft ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the grandma's cookies?
Yeah.
Factoried out, man, those are really good. I mean, would you want an oatmeal chocolate cookie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's really just the raisins you guys hate on.
Yep.
I mean, I don't love the oatmeal, but it's not the worst. But yeah, the raisins, they F it up. It's like, again, it's the chicken salad theory. Don't put the goddamn raisins in.
You don't have
to. That used to be my favorite part of those little school lunches, those little tiny boxes of raisins that they'd give.
Really?
Loved them.
Oh, I would give those away and like get 2 tater tots in return.
Yeah, I know. I'd have like 2 or 3 boxes by the end of lunch.
I bet you did.
I get
They
not
were
putting,
great.
and I always say this, I get not putting raisins into a chicken salad, but a craisin's been known to sneak in there, a little cranberry.
Same thing. Keep your goddamn fruit out of the chicken salad. I don't throw chicken in your fruit salad. Don't put fruit in my chicken
Please do. I wouldn't like if you walk by and drop chicken into it because I'm eating a bowl of fruit, in.
Thank you so much, odd stranger.
Good news, gentlemen. In case you missed it the first time around, Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream is available once again. What do you know? They saw that it sold out within seconds. They said, hey, let's make some more of this stuff.
Yeah, well, people liked it.
That's the difference. You know, I think people bought it as a novelty, but everything I heard was that it was really good.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I'm curious. I want to see what it's all about. Kansas City is getting a Halloween pop-up bar in a morgue.
Okay, good time.
All right.
You know what? Okay, there's a place here. What's it called? The bottom of Capitol Hill.
Oh, it's a beer place now.
It's a beer place now, but it used to be a morgue.
Pine Box?
Yeah, the Pine Box.
Yes.
And it's a great spot. And it was weird because the first time I went in there, I did not know that it used to be a morgue, right? So I just know all the counters are really high, like the bar top.
Oh, I mean,
we
those
asked the
stools were
bartenders, we
huge.
were like, wow, man, why is the bar top just so much higher up than any other bar? It's like, oh, it used to be a morgue.
What was the name? Was it the Sanctuary or what the hell was the original name?
No, I can't remember the original name. Like, it was just a bar, but now it's a Pine Box.
Well, it's still got the right name.
I think that's why they kept the name.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Well, people that are really, like, look, I know a lot of people, they love Halloween. That's like their holiday.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know what I mean? Like, I go look at lights or go to fake North Pole. Let the spooky people go to a morgue.
Right.
Spooky people.
Let the spooky people go.
There
You know
you go,
what?
kids.
Just have a cocktail mixer in a graveyard. Let's just call it good.
I'd go.
See, I'd rather drink in the morgue than I would, like, the graveyard. I'm like, oh, that's legit creepy.
Man, we throw a dance party at midnight and can go dance on the graves. It's fun.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, Mike.
It depends whose name I see.
He's feeling this.
Oh, I knew that guy. I'm dancing on that grave.
Screw this guy, man. Oh, man. Bud Light has revealed their new pumpkin spice and marshmallow hard seltzer flavors for the fall season.
I'm not saying I'm going to drink a lot of them, but
Yes,
I
you
will
will.
get a pack.
Because I'm going to drink a lot of it.
I got the holiday pack last year.
Same.
Once, and it was good.
Like what, the ugly sweater pack or whatever it was last year. That was It was decent.
Me and my buddy were mixing it with nog and whiskey.
Ooh. I'm not giving up on summer yet.
I'm with you. But you know what? I'm
Maybe we'll get a good couple of weeks here.
I'm with Ted.
Beginning of September.
The thing is that those are sweet, but on the more what's that flavor palette? That's not
cinnamon.
Yeah, right. You know, with the
Every
pumpkin
time.
spice and the marshmallow, it's still technically sweet, but it's not the overly sweet. So it doesn't fit fizzy drink to me. But you know what? I'll give it a go. I'll see what it's all about.
Yeah.
So
and only because there's alcohol in it.
Oh, 100%.
That's why we're all like, I'll definitely give it a try. It's like
100%.
Because even if I don't like it, I might get drunk.
Right. Yeah. If that was just a regular seltzer water,
Well, no.
as I was walking by, I was like, I wonder what that tastes like.
Well,
maybe if I find a free one somewhere, I'll grab it and see what it's all about.
Right, alcohol's the only thing. Like, you're at a party or something, and somebody gives you a drink, and you go, I don't like it, but I'll finish it.
Yep. Always.
But if I take a bite of something and don't like it, I'm not going to eat it.
You don't eat
Right.
it. But if there's booze in it, I'm going to finish this drink, but I'll get something different next time.
Got to finish this quick before the good stuff runs out. 64% of Americans go down every aisle when they're grocery shopping.
Oh.
I knew I had to run through that story, Ted. I knew I had to run through that one.
But now we're disappointed.
Because I did the same damn thing. I chuckled too. 64.
Hell yeah, America! Hell yeah!
64, y'all. 64% of Americans are going down every aisle when they're grocery shopping.
You don't need to go down the pet food aisle unless you have pets.
Not true. I've got to see what the new pet foods are. I go down the pet food aisle every time. Not today. 'cause
Ted's
it was
going
the
down.
morning. But if it's after work or it's a Saturday, I go down every single aisle.
Okay.
And Miles, you're correct. There's no reason to. But for some reason, I'm like, I don't know. Might need some pet food.
But you
I'm
treat
with you,
grocery
Ted.
stores like a museum.
Yeah.
I mean, Ted takes in the display everything.
What about the baby aisle?
Yeah, sometimes I buy Yogis because I have friends that have small children.
Or Pedialyte.
Ah, there you go.
Or adult Ted buys
Okay,
Pedialyte.
I say that is not for the children. I know that.
Those little Yogis aren't a bad snack, by the way.
They should sell Pedialyte by the beer.
They do now.
Do that.
I saw a grocery store that had it on an end cap.
Okay.
And I was like,
That's
that's smart thinking.
I'm with Ted, though. There have been times where, honestly, walking through the grocery store has been a very relaxing thing for me.
Yeah.
It really, you just grab a cart. I might grab stuff, I might not. I'm going to spend way too doggone much money anyway, but let's see what's down this aisle. Do I need anything down here?
I do it because I rarely have a list. So if I remember that I need something,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I that's how I pick it up. Like, I don't really do a lot of crazy shopping, like of things I don't need.
Sure.
But I'll inevitably forget a bunch of stuff. So if I
Right.
do that, I can ensure, all right, I didn't forget dishwashing soap or whatever the hell. Some
Yeah.
stupid thing I forgot. Bounce sheets.
Exactly.
That's thrills, right? I mean, I just like looking at stuff like, oh, college football's coming up. I'm going to buy you crazy food.
What's this snack?
I might get a dog. This new Alpo thing looks fantastic.
I think the dog food aisle has something else in it, but every time I'm in it, I even think, like, what am I doing in this aisle?
This toy looks like fun. I wish I had a dog to play with it.
Wish I had a dog. It'd make more sense for me buying a bull penis.
By the way, that neighbor dog that doesn't like me,
Yeah.
that dog doesn't like anybody.
Don't kid yourself.
No.
Yeah, I saw it almost attack a UPS driver.
Oh,
And
damn.
I'm a dog whisperer. I can make that
I'm
happen.
pretty good with dogs, man.
All right, fair
This
enough.
dog hates.
Drinking that haterade.
I heard him barking the other day. Hey. It's like, dang, bitch. That's the same holler.
Apparently.
He was trying to pick someone up. Hey, bitch.
I'm about to bite this dude. Will that impress you?
Hey.
I'll get up on all 6 of them nipples, girl.
I'm part of that 61%. You know what I'm saying?
You want me to rub your belly, huh?
It's like reading Braille.
Why are they always hard?
Ready. Apparently, mumbling makes men more attractive.
But
no.
Shaq's getting laid a lot then.
That's why I talk like this. I can speak the Queen's English. Every time I talk like this, women won't give it up to me. So
He's got like the thickest vocabulary.
he probably speaks like Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? When I take to the basketball court, hey Shaq, the ladies looking. Oh yeah, when I get my friend. That's why Mush Mouth from Fat Albert did so well. Hey, by Albert. Ooh, that's the man for me.
Yeah.
Men who mumble.
I will say, Boomhauer always had hot chicks.
Yeah,
I mean, as far as hot cartoon chicks go,
he was always getting it. Oh man,
I think I see a correlation.
back to that percentage.
Yeah, I'm just my head like wow. Oh, it's indicative of.
Typically, if I'm mumbling, though, I'm not in a good mood. Like, you dumbass, get out of the way. Why are you in the fast lane?
I like a man who mumbles. Well, I don't want him to talk. Put that mouth there. Good use.
Give me some of that better butter, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Our friends over at therap.com created a list of 10 great back-to-school movies. Because that is...
back to school. What qualifies as a back to school movie?
Movies about going back to school.
Like
I'm going to age myself, but is back to school in there?
Oh, that's a great shot there, Ted, but no.
Okay. How about old school?
Old school's not a bad call, but it is not on there either.
Jesus.
Are these like children?
I'm going to say...
They're all over the place.
Like Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
There you go.
All right.
There you go. Okay, so here are the 10 movies for to watch when for back to school time.
I mean, it's called Back to School.
I know, right? So think. It's too dated, Ted.
It's a classic.
It doesn't hold up.
It isn't. No, it holds up.
Does it?
Oh, God.
I have never seen the movie.
It is
you would love it. You would love
It's
it.
funny.
Yeah,
all right.
It's dumber than hell.
Just wait for Sam Kinison.
All righty. Number 10, Animal House.
All right.
How can you have Animal House?
Animal House, I think, is older than Back to School.
It is, much.
Yeah. I've been to
Probably
the
10
Animal
years.
House.
I'm just going to let this list piss Ted off.
Where is the Animal House?
So the facade that they used is in Eugene. It's on the campus of University of Oregon.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
What was the one? Was it PCU, Ted? What was the one with Jeremy?
Yeah, that was PCU.
PCU. That was another good one.
That is a great movie.
Yeah,
Underrated. Political Correctness University.
Oh, gotcha.
The Gut Man.
Yeah. Like the movie Accepted. Anybody catch that one? Justin Long and Jonah Hill.
Now.
Jonah Hill. Is that right? Yeah. Great movie. Number 9, Friday Night Lights.
All right. I like that movie.
Not one that I saw. That's a football movie, though, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Good times. 10 movies for back to school. Number 8, Monsters University.
Monsters University.
It's not a bad movie.
It isn't.
I got to
Right.
get
The Monsters, Inc. franchise pretty good.
It was. It was a pretty well done franchise there. Number 7, Matilda.
Matilda.
Never saw that.
That was one from my childhood from 1996. It had the nope, I can't tell her name, but Danny DeVito played her dad. She had the telekinetic powers and stuff like that.
Oh Jesus! All right.
Yeah. So she goes to school, and I don't remember like any of the story. I was like 6 years old when this movie came out. Number 6, 21 Jump Street, the movie from 2012 with Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill.
Actually, that movie was pretty damn funny.
It was fun.
I didn't want to like it, but it was. I mean, look, it's as stupid as you think it is, but it was funny.
Right. Channing Tatum is pretty well peaked Channing Tatum at that point. Same with Jonah Hill. This is after he dropped all the weight and he was really kind of getting into the more comedic roles, and they both absolutely nailed. It's got Ice Cube in it.
Yeah.
Great flick.
All right, maybe I'll check it out.
10 movies to get in that back-to-school spirit. Number 5, Mean Girls. I feel like the popularity of that one has grown a lot more recently.
I don't know much about. I mean, I'm very familiar with the name, but I don't know anything about.
Lindsay Lohan plays a girl that came over to the U.S. from like South Africa or something like that.
All right.
And then she joins a school, but she's in high school now, and so she's trying to get into the culture of high school and the wild world that is, and she gets into this group that I think they're called the Plastics, and it's got Rachel McAdams in it, who's fantastic, Amanda Seyfried's in it, and Lacey Chabert, who's like the original voice of Meg, and they play these mean girls, and she kind of blends into that whole group.
Okay.
It's fun.
Is butter or carb?
Bingo. Exactly. Number 4, School of Rock.
Somebody suggested that on the text.
With Jack Black.
With Jack Black.
All
Great
right.
flick. I watched it not terribly long ago, and again, it still holds up.
Jack Black's one of those guys, I don't find anything he does, like, ridiculously funny, but it's all, like, funny enough.
Right.
Does that make sense?
They're solid
like, I
jokes.
wouldn't call him, like, my favorite comedian or anything.
Right.
They're like, Tenacious D's great, like this and that. Like, I just overall like watching his stuff.
I think you're right. Like, I don't know that I always laugh out loud, but I'm always kind of smiling.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have a good time watching the movie. You're not going to hurt yourself laughing, but you're going to enjoy the movie. Number 3, Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, yeah.
Another great flick.
Is that Arnold? Yeah.
Arnold.
Arnold.
And that's based out here in Oregon on the coast.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Nice. Ton of fun in that movie. 10 movies to get you into that back-to-school spirit. Number 2, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah, I guess, maybe. I mean, I will say my kids are like, I wish we could go to school like that. I'm like, learn magic.
Right.
That's a good call.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that, man. You're
Can't
right.
ship you out there. You don't know magic or nothing.
Right, you figure out magic, I'll make a call for you. I don't know what to tell you.
You're no wizard.
You ain't no wizard, boy. Shut up.
That seems harsh, right? You know, wizard.
You know, wizard. Settle down.
You nothing but a muggle, son.
Muggle, bitch.
Shut your muggle ass up. Let's watch some movies.
I know wizards.
Shut your muggle mouth.
But it is the movie that kind of introduced everybody to the school, and a lot of it was kind of taking in the sights and the culture around it, so that was cool.
Out here looking like a dollar store wizard.
And then in a shocking twist, the number 1 movie to get you into that back-to-school spirit. Mr. Hill, you nailed it. Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
That is a good one.
That's all.
Right.
Absolutely. It says they'd also like to add Grease and Napoleon Dynamite to that list as well, which...
Yeah.
I never saw Grease, Napoleon Dynamite. I was not on that train when everybody else was loving it so much.
Have you watched it since?
No.
I haven't. I mean, I've seen it once.
I think you'll appreciate
I enjoyed it, but...
Okay.
I mean, Harry Potter is wizards and magic, right? Which is fake. But I can deal with Harry Potter better than I can deal with the end of Grease. They fly in a car. The car just takes off, and that's how the movie ends.
My problem is they keep singing.
Yeah.
Like, just talk. God damn it. Just talk. Stop singing.
Which friend group do you know that just breaks into song?
All the time.
See, that's
the ones that don't have any other friends.
They need to make... They need to make a movie about all the extra parts that are out there and at these schools when people are just breaking into song and just looking over at that crowd over there. What the hell?
Like, why do they keep doing that?
A man in Florida tried to show off for a girl on their first date, but it did not end well.
Why is that?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Think about Cock headlines are on the way 1 hour from now. In the meantime, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This at 206-421-ROCK. All right, have we made it to drinking time?
New on Curiosity Stream, he allows them their riches
Putin has to be the richest of the rich.
in exchange for their loyalty.
The oligarchs have supported someone for president that they underestimated.
The illicit affair between Russia's elite and the man who rules them on Putin and the oligarchs. And World War II Normandy. An obscure battle training session takes a tragic turn. Uncover the one secret military catastrophe on the secret D-Day disaster. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.